It's time for SideScrollers from ScrewAttack with your hosts, Stuttering Craig.
You will be killed by demons.
Chad.
Oh, it's a record time to super happy fun contestant goal!
And Daily Destin.
There's lines you don't cross, and reading my Powerpuff Pink Diary is one of them. There's private stuff in here.
And now, broadcasting from the World ScrewAttack headquarters in Dallas, Texas, it's the SideScrollers.
Welcome back to SideScrollers on ScrewAttack.com. What's going on, everybody? Hi, I'm Stuttering Craig.
I'm Daily Destin.
And I'm Chad.
Hello, in visual format. It's crazy, it's fun, it's super exciting. It's in HD. Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Yes, you excited for this video extravaganza?
Our first ever video extravaganza for SideScrollers.
Yes, in HD so everyone can see any little flaws we may have.
And we have lots of them. There's lots of flaws on these pretty faces. All right, so busy week this week as, yes, obviously video, so we're going to talk about some of the different changes you're going to see on SideScrollers. We're also going to see the 5-year anniversary. Hey, guess what? Yesterday was our 5-year birthday here on ScrewAttack. 5 years is a long time. We're almost to kindergarten, which is great.
Happy birthday to us.
Yes, so 5 years, we're going to be doing something really cool coming up on Friday. From noon on Friday to noon on Saturday, we're going to get together. We're going to go crazy with a little live action over on Ustream and...
Marvel vs. Capcom 3, 24-hour marathon.
Pretty much nonstop. It's going to be really, really good. But yeah, it's going to be broken up into 4-hour increments where at least 2 of us are going to be hanging out throughout the 24 hours. It's going to be crazy fun. We hope to see you guys there. I'm looking forward to it for sure. So
we're playing actually a bunch of different games just for anyone who didn't pick up on Destin's joke.
Sarcasm.
No, I'll be playing... Jared, we're going to be playing MVC the entire time, right?
Yep.
Yeah, there you go, all right? No, but we definitely plan on doing just a wide variety, everything from the NES to Marvel vs. Capcom 3. So, all right,
There's gonna be a lot of MVC, okay?
Because that's where gaming ends. At Marvel vs. Capcom.
well, right, currently it does. It just came out, so there you go. In the gaming timeline, it starts at like whatever, and then it ends at MVC 3 right now.
It's the end of gaming.
All right. Also, we got a death battle coming up on the TMNT Battle Royal. Who will be the Ultimate Ninja Turtle? We will find out on Tuesday. Well, I guess you already did find out because it's Wednesday.
Yep.
That was a good fight.
Yeah.
That was an awesome fight.
Pretty wicked.
Just go watch it. We won't spoil it.
Yes. Also on Thursday, we've got a video that Brian has been working on called Space Jam, which is a mashup of Dead Space and NBA Jam. You got Space Jam. Isn't that genius? Good job, Brian.
Thank you.
All right. And let's see what else. Oh, it's Valentine's Day week. So guys, I got a little present for you guys.
You have a present for us?
Yep, I do. Here you go, Destin.
Aww.
And here you go, Chad.
Ah, what the fuck?
Show them to the camera. Show them what you got.
Oh, that's so sweet.
That's right. That is a Justin Bieber Valentine. What's it say, Destin? Besides to Destin from Craig.
You make me speechless, Valentine. And there's lots of hearts near Craig's name.
Okay,
true.
check it out.
And by mine.
Happy Valentine's Day. Look where day ends. Look where they draw your eyes.
Right next to his penis.
Exactly.
That's right. He gave that one to you on purpose.
Thanks, I'll treasure it always. Oh, is Destin's different?
Yeah.
Yeah. You put thought into these.
I customized them. Absolutely.
Aw, look at that. Yeah, mine ends on his crotch. That's kind of weird.
Everybody's getting one here at the HQ. So, anyways, happy Valentine's Day to you G1s.
Thanks, Craig. Do you want a hug? No.
I'll do it.
It's like
Okay.
from Justin Bieber. This is from he wrote Craig, of course, but they actually put like Justin Bieber. Like,
Oh, that's what that was.
Does everyone feel happy now? Does everyone feel in the spirit?
I feel extremely
Oh,
emasculated.
yes.
Good. And gay. All right, speaking of that, speaking of gayness, it's time for my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everybody in the world's favorite segment. It's time for...
Hard news.
All the day's news from this past week. It's time for hard news.
yeah, live up to the gayness, Destin.
All right. So, Destin, we don't have note cards this week. We have an open,
I used them
computer.
2 times.
Did we make fun of you enough for him?
Listen, everybody is expecting note cards, so next week I expect note cards for the G1s. They want to be able to see what you have going on.
Or
Nope.
you could just write it.
Nope, laptop.
I'll just write it on the Justin Bieber things.
I'll take all the
Every
Justin
day.
Bieber Valentines.
Okay, so what do we got this week? Gaming news. Serious business.
All right, this is from the last week. Yoshinori Ono feels that the time is right to resurrect the Onimusha series. You guys know about Onimusha?
That's the game with the dog.
No.
That's
Wait,
Oni-chan, bro.
it's Oni-
Okami.
Okay.
That's Okami that you're thinking of.
Dog!
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, what did I say?
Oni Chambra is the zombie chick.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
The Skimply had one.
Okay.
Anyway, Onimusha was a samurai game that was released on the PS2.
That's right.
There was 1, 2, and 3. The last one starred Jean Reno. I believe that was the last one. Anyway, they're talking about resurrecting the game, but he still needs to talk to his higher-ups, but is very interested in doing it.
Well, that's like saying, that's like, I don't know.
Well,
I really
he
think
just wants to finalize some of the concepts before he presents it to the people up there. But Yoshinori Ono has a lot of respect.
I guess
so-
it's kind of smart from his standpoint of that if he wants to make it happen, he goes out to the public and he says, this would be really cool if this happened.
Yeah.
And then what he's hoping for is everybody to get really excited
Yeah.
and go,
Yeah.
oh yeah, this happened. And then he brings it to the people and they say, oh yeah, they see the response, it's got to be made. But I don't know, do you think people really care that much?
Yeah, actually, Onimusha has a pretty big cult following, and I think it's enough to get Capcom excited about making a new title.
Okay.
Yeah, I never played it, but like
Jean Reno
it's sold
starred in the
well,
third
it
one.
soars.
The professional. Come on.
Here's the problem with things that have cult followings. Cult followings generally are small followings.
Yeah.
So whether it's a
Small followings here.
well, sure.
We don't know about the Japan numbers, though.
Well, if it's a cult following in the States, still that reflects on whether or not they released it in the States. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm just saying, cult usually means small.
I think they should do it. It was a pretty fun game, and I'd enjoy playing it again.
Hack and slash?
Yeah, kind of. You kind of just slash
Go around
people
and
up.
Beat the crap out of people? Sounds like fun.
Yeah.
All right, what else?
Next one, Game Informer magazine is now the 5th largest magazine in the United States.
What's
Yeah.
first?
Like online
I don't-
edition or
I don't know.
physical?
What?
Because
No, magazine, like print magazine
Wow.
that you can buy at like newsstands and stuff.
magazines.
Yeah, that's exactly what
It increased its circulation 33% in 2010. That's 5 million magazines a year.
Game Informer is, that's the one owned by GameStop, right?
I don't think they're owned by GameStop, but they have a contract with them where you can get their subscriptions for dirt cheap at GameStop.
Yeah.
And that's why. You know.
Well, but that's really
But they still
surprising.
get their money. You buy those cards, and they must have a deal worked out with GameStop where they get a percentage and GameStop gets a percentage of the sale.
That's really interesting considering magazines are pretty much dead. I mean, if you look, who really goes?
I check out Game Informer because they get a ton of exclusives because of that contract. So on their covers, like they were the first ones to reveal the new Tomb Raider, really recently, and they did that cover for January that you can actually order prints of online and stuff like that.
The one with the hot Lara Croft.
No. Well, that one was a cover, yeah.
Yeah.
But that was just a magazine.
What's the January one?
The January one? It was like a collage of all the video game characters. It might have been the December issue.
Kind of like our background.
Yeah. Well, no, not really like that. It was done by an artist.
You cannot
so it was pretty
pre-order
good.
our background online.
Anyway, the rest of the industry saw a circulation drop of 1.2%, and 7.3% fall in newsstand sales. Well, they saw an increase.
I would expect
that's
that
pretty
number
impressive.
to continue to fall.
For print, yeah, I
across
do
the
too.
board for sure.
It's just impressive that the gaming magazine is going up.
Well,
while everybody else is going
one
down.
gaming magazine is going up.
Yeah.
Internet's taking over, bitch.
It is.
Pretty much.
It is, really.
All right, what else?
Last story, the big one, Activision news. No more Guitar Hero, no more Guitar Hero DLC, no more DJ Hero, no more skateboarding games. They didn't specify Tony Hawk, but I think we all know who they're talking about. No more True Crime. True Crime Hong Kong is canceled.
This is a big deal. This is definitely probably the biggest story of the week. So wait, hold on. I heard about Guitar Hero. I heard about DJ Hero. It breaks my heart.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jamie Jackson. One love.
You give up on the Donkey Punch now?
See what happens when you put Soulja Boy in the game? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. All right, but I did not hear about the skateboarding thing.
Yeah.
Well, they said no more skateboarding games?
No more skateboarding games, which means
Wow.
Tony Hawk. Tony Hawk's sales have literally plummeted since their
Release a ride?
I think
Well, games
Underground.
started-
I think Underground was the last franchise that did really
They
well.
did well, right,
And,
and
then
that's
it just
Underground-
like boom, straight down.
It was the Wii one, and I can't remember the name. It was horrible. It's like Downhill Jam or something
Yeah,
like
something
that.
like that.
Yeah, once that one hit, everything started getting worse, and they were like,
Downhill Jam, downhill
Yeah.
sales.
Oh,
Yeah, and then,
we
you know,
do need a guy in the
But
background just with rim shot constantly.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
But no,
Play
you know,
the
they were
drum
like,
set.
we'll make the skateboard controller because that's a big thing, and then
No.
it didn't do well at all, and so
Now, one thing they are going to focus on is a best-in-class digital community following the Call of Duty franchise. Does that mean we're going to be paying to play Call of Duty
Yes,
online?
they already said they're gonna. That's what they're gonna do.
No, they've never said that. Michael Pachter has said that repeatedly.
Look, I think Michael Pachter is a genius, and he knows everything about everything.
No, he doesn't. I could randomly say shit. Nintendo will launch a new IP next year.
You heard it. Yeah,
Justin's got it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's incredibly interesting to news.
it sucks about the DLC. Like, I understand them stepping away from continuously just like spewing out hero titles, you know. But like, I figured the smart thing to do would be like get the most recent one and just run off its engine, release DLC. People will buy the songs that they want, you know, and then it'll still be there. But like now, all that stuff's gonna get cut off after February is what they said. And like DJ Hero 2 came out what?
Yeah.
Like a few months ago, right? You know, it's been like.
When did they come out?
October.
October?
Yeah.
Yeah, like 6 months ago.
Yeah,
I
so
believe they
4 months
released
ago.
10 music games last year.
Exactly. That's way too much. And so I understand the step back from it, but to just completely cut everything off and cut off the DLC, like I know there's people with DJ Hero 2 that are hoping for more DLC that not anymore.
That makes me kind of, well, to be absolutely honest with you, I played DJ Hero 1 way more than I did 2. I thought the soundtrack of 1 was way better than 2. And I remember interviewing, or I think
Jamie?
it was Jamie or somebody or something about DJ Hero 2. I know Brian interviewed Jamie. But one of the things they said was they wanted to make the music a little more broad to bring in a wider audience.
Yeah.
Well, the problem is that audience doesn't care anymore about DJ Hero, so.
I was giving DJ Hero a lot of crap, but it was like the best-selling music game when it was launched.
Yeah, well, I mean.
Yeah.
When
It
you're-
sold really well, like a million copies, over 1 million copies.
That's pretty interesting considering you have that giant ass peripheral you
Yeah.
gotta buy for it too.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay, well is that it?
That was the big story of
So I
last
guess that's
week.
good. Congratulations, we won. No more Guitar Hero. I guess when I say we.
Wait, what?
Well, I think that's the thing that everyone was saying, that they didn't want any more Guitar Hero games. People were like, oh, Guitar Hero, fuck that game. It's just spewed over and over again. And you know what?
That's how I feel.
Yeah,
Some
so-
people said like, oh, it sucks, as now there's not going to be any innovation in the industry. I'm like, bullshit. These people are going to be forced to work on better properties now that are more creative. That's a good thing.
I just
Instead
wonder.
of 10 Guitar Heroes.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, who was the company that worked on all the Guitar Hero games recently? Was that
Harmonix?
No, not Harmonix. It was the other one. But I wonder what they're going to be doing, because that's pretty much all they know now. So, whatever. Anyways, but congratulations. If people have been complaining about it, you won. All right. I'm just saying. Hey, speaking of video games, you know what it is, and you know what time it is for?
What?
Say it.
I don't want to.
No.
The month.
The month.
Oh, sorry. It's Gamuary again!
What did you think we meant?
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right.
Say
Yes,
pornography. What? Chad.
it is Gamuary.
I get this scary look on his face, and I was like, I don't want to say whatever you want.
Okay, so Gamuary, yes, it's a little bit midway through February, but I figured it'd hit some of the remaining games for the rest of the year. Now, Gamuary, February 22nd, we have a few games coming out that are pretty big on the release calendar. We'll start with the lesser known game of
Marvel vs. Capcom 3. That game came out this month. Buy it.
Yes. The Blob 2. Do you
Oh, yeah.
now, Destin, I don't know a whole lot about that, Chat. I'm taking it you don't know a whole lot about The
do
Blob.
not.
Destin, talk about The Blob 2 and what the game's all about.
The Blob actually started as a student project. Some students in Germany made this game, and it got picked up by THQ. And they made a full-fledged game on it for the Wii. Now, you start as a blob, and you try and bring color back to the world by defeating the Inkies, I believe they were called.
Did you play it?
Yes, I did.
Yeah? Does it deserve a sequel?
Yeah, it was innovative, fun, simple.
Did it sell?
I believe it
Sells,
did.
that's what it's all about.
I believe it did. I believe it sold to like families and kids, and it did well.
Good. Well, you're getting a sequel. That's on February 22nd. Cool. Another game coming out on February 22nd that I tried the demo for this past weekend, Bulletstorm.
Oh,
Dude, I want to play that so bad.
Okay.
have you tried the demo yet?
I have not.
Demo's
Oh, okay.
online. The video leading up to it's way better than the actual game.
Okay.
That's just my input. Did you play the demo?
Yes, I did.
What'd you think?
Average.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Man.
You know,
I thought the whole idea.
even with all the new mechanics. Sorry, I'll let you finish.
I thought the game was very much. They try to throw this combo system at you. You can throw combos, and it's a game at its very core is trying to be fun, which I think is
Right.
what video games are all about. The problem is it's not very fun. So that's
from judging from the demo so far.
yeah, just judging from what I played, and I think the attitude in it, the guys are like, yeah, it's very like Mad World, and that
Right.
it's very tongue in cheek, you know.
Yeah, a bunch of one-liners and stuff.
Exactly, and you know, you got your whip and you kick him and stuff. But I think everything that you want to see, you know, I saw in the trailers, I saw in the demo.
Well, but that was one of the few games I was really excited about at E3. Whichever one it was. Was it EA? Who showed up? Yeah, EA's thing. They did Bulletstorm, and I was like one of the few games I was like, oh, that's awesome, because when we were watching the trailer, you know, I was like, he should kick that guy out of that thing, and then he does it. Like everything, I was like, oh, they should do this. You know, you always have those thoughts, but it never happens. But it like did everything that I was, and so I got so pumped. So
I know,
I don't know.
I know people are gonna be really excited about the game. I know people are gonna be excited about the game, and I know it's probably gonna sell crazy well because Cliffy B's behind it.
Because there's a Gears of War 3 demo in it.
Well, that for sure.
Oh, they have that too? Oh, yeah, that'll...
But I don't know. When I played it, I didn't think it was super great. I just thought it was very kind of average. And
I thought it was
didn't have a
average. I had higher hopes also.
Yeah.
I agree.
I think it's when in the demo, the guy's like, "This is the greatest game ever made." You know, like during the preview.
Yeah, maybe don't say that.
Well, look,
don't assume your game's
Well,
that
look,
good.
I know it was, like I said, very tongue in cheek, you know, but I don't know. I didn't have as much fun as I was hoping I would have while playing it, because I was expecting just to go around and I don't know. I don't know what I was expecting, but it was, everything I saw, everything I played was what I saw in the trailer. So
the humor seems very crude, and a game like Duke Nukem also has crude humor, but it's just executed better.
I hear you can hold poop in that game.
In Duke Nukem?
Yeah, that's
I don't know about that.
I heard you can hold poop.
Yes, finally somebody answered my wishes.
All right,
I don't have to wait for Poo Handler. You know, like.
Let's go to our third game coming out on the 22nd. That is Killzone 3 for the PlayStation 3, which is really odd that the game's coming out on February 22nd, considering there have been reviews out for it for the past month and a half. It seems there have been reviews out everywhere. So it just kind of seems like, I don't know, poor timing for a game like Killzone 3, which...
Sony does this thing where they let you review games weeks or even a month ahead of its launch, and Killzone 3 is one of those games, and it's reviewed quite well.
Yeah, I don't know, like, to me, I didn't play the first, second, or I'm probably not going to play this Killzone.
I played the first and second.
Pretty much the main FPS I played on the PS3 is Resistance.
Yeah.
But I don't know, Killzone, it looks really pretty to me. It just seems like much more of the same.
Now you can actually go out and play the multiplayer version of the game right now. There's a demo available, but I haven't downloaded it yet. I just haven't had time playing all this other stuff.
Yeah.
But I saw some footage of it, and rarely am I impressed by seeing a trailer or anything. But with Killzone 3, I was like, holy crap, that looks awesome. And that's what everybody's saying about it right now.
Well, they said that about Killzone 2, you know? I mean, Killzone 2 was really pretty.
Yes, it's not that it looks pretty, it's that the gameplay looks fun and just deeper. It looked like they really polished the multiplayer from Killzone 2 and improved it with Killzone 3.
It's really funny you say that it looks more fun than a game like Bulletstorm, which is supposed to be about fun, you know, but you're saying Killzone 3 is more fun, and that's supposed to be way more straight-laced than Bulletstorm. I don't know, it's just kind of ironic.
Well, Killzone 2 multiplayer was already a blast. It looks like they took that, built upon it, and made it better. So.
All right.
I need to play it.
So Killzone 3 coming out on the 22nd. Another game involving guns is supposed to be coming out the 27th.
Surprise, surprise.
Called Gun Loco. Have you guys heard about Gun Loco?
I've seen a trailer for it, yeah. You play as like these weird jailed people, like some dude in a bunny mask and stuff like that.
Okay.
And you just kill each other. That's all I know.
All right, it'll probably do well.
Games about
And you're
guns.
crazy, gun with the guns.
All right, so that's Gun Loco. I guess that's really all you can say about that.
January.
So
That's all I
yeah,
know
not a
about
whole
it.
lot. I mean, we picked this up in the middle of the month, so there are only a few games, but I guess a couple big titles.
You didn't mention Marvel vs. Capcom 3, right?
Oh no, I didn't. Oh, I'm sorry. I can't believe I missed that one. That's crazy. All right, so Marvel vs. Capcom 3 coming out and yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm sure everybody's playing it.
Right now.
Right now.
While they're watching it,
While
which
they're
is the
watching.
worst thing possible.
It's still audio SideScrollers.
Could we
so
possibly have picked a worse week to debut
I know,
video
right?
SideScrollers?
when everyone's going to be listening because they're
God.
playing NBC.
Oh, it's so horrible. All right,
We kind of like it.
Gamemuary. There you go. What's the next month?
Garch.
Garch coming up.
Stay tuned for Garch.
In just a few weeks when we reveal all the big gaming news coming out of Garch.
Garch. That sounds gross.
Sounds like something you like vomit.
Garch.
Or a dog.
Sounds like an infection.
I've got Garch. All right.
Yeah.
But right now, It's time for
having a seizure?
the SideScroller News Desk.
Hit the music.
We got a button. We got the button. It has physically been hit. The music has
Wait.
started by hitting that button.
There you
All
go.
right. Here we go. Let's make our way to San Diego, California, where a 72-year-old man
Did
was
something nice.
He was asleep,
Okay.
like 72-year-old men do. And he woke up with his toes missing and a bloody foot.
What the?
Turns out the caregiver of the man came in and found a dog with his mouth just absolutely just bloody all over, and he bit the guy's toes off.
Oh my God.
How did he not wake up?
He's 72 years old. They don't feel pain after a while.
Whatever. Are you kidding me? They always wake up early and stuff. There's no way. Like,
That's
Okay.
horrifying.
that is horrifying, but there's something fucked up. I mean, like, there's no way the guy like wakes up. Oh, time for another day. Oh, well, that's odd. You know, I mean, like,
Blood
when the dog's chewing
squirting
off
out of
your
his-
toes, you're gonna know.
Yeah.
Well, he woke up, the caregiver came in, saw the mess, called 911, and of course the dogs have been taken in. They have not been terminated or destroyed yet.
Okay.
which
Did they
is
press
good.
charges on the dog? Did they have his mugshot on record?
Okay. So, if it was a pug, it could be a pug shot. All right, no. Damn that pun. God, that killed me. All right, so here's my theory on what really went down. Old man, probably a little bit grumpy, cranky, right? Maybe not so nice to the caregiver. Maybe the caregiver slips him some like Ambien or some sleeping pills or something to put him out. Then takes some like peanut butter or something, puts it on the guy's toes, and gets the dog to eat his toes off. Getting his sweet revenge without murdering the guy.
Why wouldn't he put the peanut butter on his throat?
Because he didn't want to kill the guy. I just said because he doesn't want to kill the guy. It's just enough to be like, hey, you know when you try and walk next time? Personal victory.
All right, good stuff. Thanks, Chad.
Yeah, no problem.
Let's
That's
go
what I
to Cranston, Rhode Island for our next story, where a bank robber went up to the bank and he's like, "Hey, let me in. I'm gonna rob you." And
They were closed.
The teller goes, "Sorry, we're closing." And she shut the door in the guy's face.
Really?
Yes, and yeah, and the guy very much was like, "Oh, that sucks," and he turned and walked away.
He deserves a cape.
Dude, that is awesome.
Yeah, so the police officer said the man.
Yeah, we're closed.
Well,
Come back tomorrow where you can rob us.
The guy actually slipped the teller a piece of paper and said, "This is a robbery."
Yeah.
A robbery. The teller put down the security curtain, told the man the branch was closing, and closed the security screen door. And yes, the man walked away quickly, empty-handed. So.
How ballsy is this lady?
I know, right?
This is a robbery. Yeah, we're closed. You know.
It'd be funny.
I just clocked out, so fuck you. You know,
No, she like presses a button first. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, we're closed. Shuts the thing. He runs away.
All right, final story. Let's go to Minneapolis, Minnesota, home of what?
The Vikings.
The Vikings and
don't expect me
Trees.
to know sports teams.
what else is in Minnesota, Chad?
Trees.
Mosquitoes.
What?
There's lots of mosquitoes in Minnesota. I've
Correct.
been there once, and
He's
I got
correct.
a lot of mosquitoes.
Not during winter, but
Oh,
okay.
All right. I was thinking the land of a thousand lakes, but
Hey, you know what? Mosquitoes.
Why would he know
What
that?
comes with lakes? Mosquitoes.
that's kind of like their
alright?
state thing, Minnesota.
I have family in Minnesota. That's why I know a little bit about it.
Okay, well, all right. So a nurse was supposed to sedate a patient before surgery.
Forgot to.
He was he was. The man was getting ready to have some sort of surgery, and he was like, "Hey, I think I need a little bit more pain pills because I can still feel what you guys are doing."
Yeah.
And the nurse looked at him square in the eye, and she said, "Man up."
Oh my God.
She said, "Man up." And
Wow. No, you can improperly
Because that's
sedate
what you want
somebody.
your anesthesiologist to say to you.
You
Well-
can improperly sedate somebody and they can feel the whole procedure.
Yeah.
Nip tuck.
Yeah.
That's how I know.
It always comes back to nip tuck, doesn't it? It always comes back.
Dude,
That's how I get all my medical knowledge.
Yeah, I get mine
I
from
could not finish
private
nip tuck,
practice. Yeah. Okay. It's like saying I watch ER, so I'm a doctor.
Exactly.
Okay.
I almost am a surgeon.
Turns
What
out.
type of surgery were they doing?
Well, it doesn't quite say, but the man was writhing in pain on the operation table. But here's the thing: Sarah May Corasarato, who's 33 years old, has been charged with a felony because she was actually taking the pain medications prior to going in.
Yeah, it is nip tuck.
Yep.
So, yes, according to the complaint, a man identified only by his initials went to this hospital on November 8th to have his kidney stones surgically removed.
Ooh.
And which is supposed to be one of the most painful things in the history of ever. You got to pee out this little piece of sand or rock or whatever.
Yeah, but they're getting it surgically removed. Yeah, I mean, that's still that's ridiculous. I mean, I can understand if, like, he's getting a mole removed or something, and they're like, man up, or something.
Bitch.
But, like...
I'd be like, listen, lady, you know how you take these out, right? Give me more drugs.
Yeah.
So anyway, she got charged. She's in jail now. And,
Good.
And the guy did get his medicine. So
Good. She deserves it for that.
I'm sure you got a pretty nice settlement out of it, too.
Malpractice? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I does not say, but I'm sure he's rich now.
Go to court if you haven't yet.
All right, there you go. So that is the news desk for this week. There you go. All right, so moving on, we are going to make our way to forum questions right now.
I wish I had a forum questions button. I think I can just open this. Yeah. Just a button for every segment. This button. Yeah.
As you hear Chad's computer open. All right, forum questions. Here we go.
All right. Brian Beeswick asks.
You can always make your text bigger so you don't have to like.
Or get glasses.
All right. With the popularity of the Virtual Console on the Wii, do you think that Nintendo will ever release a virtual Game Genie?
No.
I want them to. That would be cool as hell.
Well, that's true, but the thing you got to remember is that the Game Genie was essentially a third-party thing. The Game Genie was not officially endorsed by.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah. Right, Jared? Video game knowledge man? Right?
Yeah, that was not Nintendo.
That's right. He's our encyclopedia back there.
Yeah.
A researcher.
Encyclopedia. Indexing.
So Nintendo, there's no way they would ever make a.
I think that'd be so cool, though.
Oh yeah, it'd be great.
And it's like a little it's like a software download, that you could pull up at any time by pressing like a combination of buttons.
It's almost like an emulator or something.
Well, whatever. But you could put it the little. I don't know. That'd be really cool. Because for people who don't have their original systems, the only way they can play the old school games, is to play it on Virtual Console. They could actually, get the whole experience. So.
And while they're at it, they should just add save states to the video games as well. And multiple saves.
Okay, look.
I'm just saying. What's the point of playing a video game?
Okay, dude, codes and stuff like that?
Yeah, because you can't have fun with codes.
Yeah, exactly. No, codes and stuff like that are part of the video game experience.
I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you.
Nintendo Power. I know what you did. You went to the back.
Straight to the back.
That's right.
Players Pulse.
Did you guys ever buy Tips and Tricks?
Yes,
I used to buy that for all
Everybody
the cheat codes.
Did. Yeah. Which, yes, of course, but I don't think Nintendo would ever do that. But I don't know. It's one step away from just turning your Wii into a computer.
I don't want it.
I had more fun just to see what the codes would do. Than to use them to get through the game. Just the goofy codes and stuff. That's just fun.
The first time I jumped over the flagpoles with the Game Genie. Super high.
Yeah.
Super high jump on Mario. So,
see?
All right, what else?
All right. Smoke108 asks, how exactly did you end up getting John St. John for video side-scrollers?
Oh, that's a good question. If you did notice this week, the side-scrollers intro was not voiced by myself, Corey, or anybody else. It was voiced by Duke Nukem. John St. John. So, Chad, you can go and tell the story about how John St. John became a friend of ScrewAttack and how we're best friends and how we're going to make out with him later.
Well,
I didn't mean to say
I hadn't committed all the way to that
Sorry.
yet. But, we were out at MagFest, and John St. John was there, and he'd had a bunch of fun last MagFest, and I don't know, you talked to him a little bit last year.
Yeah.
And
pretty much I just made him say a bunch of Duke phrases over and over again.
Oh, because he hosted the...
It was during that
thing.
Jeopardy thing. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, say shit down your neck 17 times.
But I never ran into him, and I was at a friend's hotel room, and then he showed up there because he had this whole entourage, and they were just going around from party to party and whatever.
It's not like he brings them; they just follow him.
Yeah,
it's John St. John. Let's follow him.
Because pretty much at MagFest, everyone's like John St. John. Oh my God, you are the personification. You are Duke Nukem. Here's drinks. Women, come hang out, fun.
This is my girlfriend.
We don't know for a fact that they offer him women. We just want to throw that out there right now.
We cannot confirm or deny.
But we know for a fact that drinks are thrown at him.
Yeah. So. But anyway, we all talked and we've said from way back in the day, if we were ever to change the voices for anything, that if it wasn't gonna be like Craig or us, we'd want somebody as as badass as John St. John, And it was always as badass, never thinking, John St. John. So anyway, I met up with him again later, and we were talking, and he actually knew who ScrewAttack was, which was really, really cool. And so I was talking with him, and I was like, hey man, I don't want to get all businessy on you or anything like that, but you know, hey, we do these top 10s. You know, I told him, and I was like, and we've had this voice for a really long time. And man, if you'd be, and like before I could even finish, he was like, oh, I'll fucking do it. Like, you know, he was like totally into it.
Yeah,
and,
he's a cool dude. He was
Who's
very
the old
much
voice?
Yeah.
the old voice of the top 10s?
Yeah.
That was
that
actually
you?
Misanthropic Wes.
Oh, okay.
Way back in the day. Like that was, well, it's 5-year anniversary. That was 5 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Crazy.
So, yeah, the new top 10s will also have Duke Nukem doing the voice for those as well.
Oh. Was I not supposed to say that yet? My
I don't
bad.
care.
All right, yeah. So
You ruined
So the top 10 thing happened,
There you go.
and I told him I didn't want to talk business or whatever. So I was like, hey, I'll send you an email. And I sent him an email, and we were like, hey, you know, we're gonna be making this transition to video side scrollers. You know, we don't want to take advantage of your generosity, but if you'd be down, and he was like,
did it.
totally down with it. So John St. John is an amazing, amazing guy,
Very humble dude.
and we love him.
Very cool.
And thank him from the bottom of our hearts.
Yes, so there you go. JSJ. You like how I did that? Through
Yeah.
the initials? All right, that's my second chest bump today. The first one was Jamie Jackson. All right, what else?
Okay, next up, G1. Now the music's playing.
Stop.
All right, G1 Hershire says, hey Chad and everyone else. In the past, you've been very vocal about Rare in the current day and age being the epitome of suckage.
Chad's been vocal?
Well, we all have, yeah.
Yeah.
If you could only pick one rare developed game series to be given a proper reboot, not a bastard child release like Nuts and Bolts, what would you pick and why?
Any of the franchises?
I think we all know
Rare.
it.
They already did Donkey Kong Country, but that wasn't Rare. Somebody else did it.
Yeah.
So, Killer Instinct.
I think everybody knows.
For me, it's really hard, because I have such a love for fighters and KI, but I really love Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, see.
They already rebooted that, though, on the Xbox.
It was the same
you know.
game. It was the same game, except they upped the graphics and then they ruined the multiplayer. That's what Conker Live and Reloaded was.
got my
I would
list of-
love a sequel.
Here's a list. Let's see if there's
List of
anything
rare
else
games.
on here.
Battletoads.
Jeopardy.
WWF Wrestling.
Jeopardy? That's what. No,
Yeah.
we choose Jeopardy. Way to waste it on Jeopardy.
You know, I guess
Oh, Battletoads?
there's a full list. Yeah,
Oh, that was-
I said
that's-
Battletoads.
okay.
I don't know. I think that there's a full list of these games. Banjo-Kazooie did it as well.
Right.
So maybe I don't know. I think Nick would like to see like Banjo-Kazooie, a good game.
I want a Conker sequel.
I want KI rebooted, but not by Rare. Rare hasn't been able to do anything right
That's
lately.
true.
So, you know.
Bold statement from
Yeah.
Justin
Hey.
McGarry.
Dude, if they can't
I know of
get
all-
Banjo-Kazooie, they're done.
I wish they didn't have the rights, man. I wish they didn't. But if there was ever a time to release a new KI, we have new Street Fighter, new
Fighting
MVC,
games, yeah.
we have new Mortal Kombat coming.
End of the year.
It's never gonna
Now
happen.
is
It's
the
never gonna
time.
happen. I'm telling you, it's not gonna happen.
I still have that
No, I
shred
know.
of hope.
Look.
It won't.
I think if you saw our top 10, you know exactly what's gonna happen. They're gonna make it. They're gonna put it in the game, and it's gonna be Connect, and Jared is gonna love it because it's gonna be excellent for dancing, right?
Killer Instinct Dance.
Killer Instinct Dance Off. There
Alright.
you go. Don't get served.
It's called Killer Groove. All right. What else?
So served. All right. So Sosman asked, "What's the worst date you ever went on?"
First date, I'll tell you why.
Oh, great.
I know exactly why. All right, first date, I went out with this girl. Her name was Darcy Walkaluck. I was in 6th grade. She was in 7th grade. Now, we are at Aladdin. We go watch Aladdin in the theaters, and I am scared out my freaking mind.
Yeah, I heard that movie was terrifying.
No. Well, look, Jafar's pretty scary, but so she's sitting where you're at, and I'm sitting here, and I'm sitting about this far away from her the entire time because I am scared out my mind. I'm next to this girl, and whatever. She's a 7th grader. I'm a 6th grader. At the end of the movie, you know where they're flying off, and they're flying off into the moon, and it's like, not part of our world, you know. She comes in, she goes, I remember this clear as day. She goes, whoosh, whoosh, and brings in, and like totally brings in like a freaking the Claw over here, and I'm like, what is going on right now? So that was the first date. It was the most terrifying thing ever, by far. Yes, but I got over it.
Yeah.
And
Are you sure?
yes, everything's cool now.
Dude,
Mine
next time we go see a
wasn't
movie,
that
Craig, I'm just gonna be like,
You need to make the sound. You go.
wait, she did that?
No.
Sound effect.
God, I got so excited for a second. I'll be like,
Darcy
that's how you
Walkaluck
do it.
Was a robot.
Yeah.
My worst one was just incredibly boring. First, so we met up at the movie theater, and then, hi, you know, okay. Then we go in.
It's a good movie, so we don't have to talk to each other.
No, it was National Lampoon's Vacation,
Okay.
Wait, the original one?
No, the like shitty one where they go to
Vegas?
No, they don't. Yeah, did they go to Vegas?
Yeah, they went to Vegas.
Vacation.
I fucking hated that movie. It was boring. Like nothing happened. I didn't think any of it was funny, and I almost fell asleep in the theater.
You're like, and I blamed her. And
That
never
was the reason why?
Why?
That's
Because of the
what-
date?
Yeah, that's
You
what.
fell asleep in the date.
The movie sucked, and then afterwards, like she didn't say anything, so I'm just like, well, I'm just gonna leave.
And
I just
the thing
left.
is, I bet you said it the exact. I'm just gonna go now.
Yeah,
All right.
well, bye. I was just like,
And that's
I don't
her-
want to spend any more time with this person because she liked the movie. And I'm like,
That was
anyone?
it? Good God, Justin.
And I'm just like, I'm done.
Yeah. So
I
you're,
have
you're
to
like
go.
walking out, like getting ready, like maybe we'll bond when we rant about this. And she's like, oh, that was good. Fuck you. And then you walk off. Like,
Well, I think it's time to go now.
yeah.
Nah.
Yeah,
Judah,
well,
what about
it
you?
wasn't.
For me, it was really, really awkward because I met this chick. I think I met her at like a skate park. She was just like there, and I was talking with her, and she got my number, but then she gave it to her friend. So like, I know it's really, really weird, right? Like I talked with her, but
Wait,
then
she got you the number for her friend,
I guess, right? Yeah.
and she.
But I didn't know that. But the friend calls me, right?
Thinking that you were her.
Well, no, she quickly explained that it's
Okay.
a friend or whatever, and I was like, whatever. Like, I'm a pretty nice guy, and I was like, I mean, what's the harm in going out on a date, whatever. So
Whatever, you're a girl.
I still remember we went to the mall, and I just like had nothing for this girl, like just nothing, and it's so like. It was the worst thing ever because like this is before I had like my own car, so like I was dropped
you're
off.
stuck
So
there.
I am stuck at this mall, and like so we're like walking around, and like
wanna
she's
go
like
Gadzooks?
totally into it, and I like nothing in common, no attraction, anything. And so I was stuck at the mall for like hours.
Oh, that's the worst. That is
Yeah.
the worst for sure. I'm sorry you had to go through that.
It was quite.
All right, what else? Let's fly through these.
The last one, G1 Guitar Zan. Let's see, growing up in the N64 age in a small town without an arcade, I was never exposed to that many fighting games. I never really played any sort of fighting games until I recently picked up MVC2 on Xbox Live Arcade and fell in love with it.
Good start.
As we all know, you're big fighting game fans of the HQ. So my question is, what fighting game should I play to be caught up with the best of the genre?
That's a good question.
Probably the new Mortal Kombat when it comes out. Because
Well,
if he just
I think he's
picked up
talking about old
MVC2,
school ones.
Yeah, I think you need to start with the old school Mortal Kombats first.
I'd say
and
2
appreciate
and
it.
I really like 3. I know you don't like it.
No,
but,
3's good.
Yeah.
But the thing you got to remember is if you're looking to get caught up, is the new one going to have the run button? I don't think it is. I think it's going to just be old school with no run button.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Branch yourself out.
Yeah.
Find multiple fightings.
What are other good fighters?
KI, Guilty Gear.
I wouldn't put KI on
Street
that
Fighter?
list to
What?
get caught up because it was never remade or anything, And
I don't think he's like.
it doesn't even have a following
on Super
today.
Nintendo, but here's the thing. In order to be fully caught up, you have to play crappy fighting games too. You need to play
Yes.
games like Fighters, the World Heroes.
Or heroes.
Things like that are direct knockoffs of like Street Fighter, Because Street Fighter totally changed the game. If you can play Street Fighter 1, play that. It sucked. If you can play games like I just did a vault on Karate Champ, play Karate Champ if you can. Play those games
Play everything.
that necessarily aren't very good, but it'll teach you the appreciation of the games today.
Yeah, as well as good fighters. Like if I see a fighter, I make a note to play it. Just because like the basic stuff, and you see if it's gonna suck or not. If it sucks, sometimes that's funny in itself. Just for the love of God, do not play Street Fighter EX. It doesn't exist.
Maybe Art of Fighting, some games that came out on the Neo Geo and such like
Play
that.
Street Fighter 2. You guys are just naming all the bad ones,
Yeah,
So-
if you're gonna play Street Fighter 2,
Two.
I suggest starting with Hyper Fighting. So,
Yeah. Third Strike too. Play that.
for sure. So there you go. There's a pretty solid list, and I imagine you're just sitting there going,
Yeah.
But now you can
Play
rewind.
everything.
All right, so what do we got? Birthdays now.
Birthdays. All right. G1 Fallen into Oblivion. There we go. G1 Exploding Lobster. I love that name.
It's quality.
G1 Arvis. We got Travis Eckert, Eric Silva, Axelix, Ronart. My bad.
I'm good.
Steve O'Leary, James Mondrajewski, and ScrewAttack.
Ah,
Our birthday.
yeah, a little bit. Very cool. Okay, so there you go. That is birthdays for this week, and thus concludes SideScrollers.
First ever.
Yes, well, first ever video SideScrollers. It took 5 years, but we finally got there. Actually, a little fun fact: the first 2 episodes of SideScrollers were actually video podcasts.
Oh,
Really?
Yes, they weren't like this. They were crappy, like.
We're sitting around a mic or something.
Well, no, they were just like text just throwing up on the screen. It was done through GarageBand, whatever. They sucked. And the audio balance, I had this idea that I would be on the left speaker and Tom would be on the right speaker. And so it was really a bad idea. But, all right. So anyways, there you go. That is Video Side-Scrollers. Hopefully you have enjoyed what kind of goes on here, I guess. And Justin Bieber, of course, and there's Daycrotch. It says Daycrotch. There you go. All right, so that is Side-Scrollers for this week. We'll see you guys next time for another episode of Side-Scrollers on ScrewAttack.com. Hey, I'm Craig.
I'm Destin.
I'm Chad. Okay, you win.
Justin Bieber, I love you.
Oh,
for Side-Scrollers on ScrewAttack.com. Bye-bye.